Hello and welcome back. This is Lumi and welcome back to the channel. I'm happy that you stuck around and watched this other video, and I hope you stick around until the end. So, as you saw from the title of this video, you might be wondering, what is Pokemon Heart and Soul? Well, I'll answer that question. Pokemon Heart and Soul is a Fakemon universe that I created myself, mainly because I am in bio and I wanted something to make biology-themed Pokemon. Now, I am not the first person to do kind of STEM topic-based Pokemon. I don't remember the exact channel, but I will link it in the description. And you should really go check out those videos because it's a really good channel and I really like those videos. So, more about Pokemon Heart and Soul. Pokemon Heart and Soul is a project about making Pokemon characters and Pokemon for my Fakemon region, Rio, which is the region that the main story takes place in. The name is very much so subject to change, but I am probably going to stick with Rio because I like how that sounds, and it works. So, back to around location. I would think the location is somewhere near Paldea because they both have very school-based programs. I do not have a name for the school yet in the Pokemon, nor do I even know the gyms, but I will try to keep this down. But basically, the main story revolves around 3 different characters. Kai, Maddie, and Ari, and they're all time-based. Kai is running out of time because of a mysterious illness. Maddie is running out of time to prove that she can take care of herself. Kai does not need to watch over her. And Ari is running out of time to prove that she doesn't need anyone, even though that's not exactly true. There's also themes of lost time in the group. The entire relationship between Kai and Ari were not in a relationship at the right time. Now, in every sense, they should have been, and they were an amazing couple, but it was the wrong time. Kai was not doing well. Her physical health, and Ari wasn't ready to commit to a relationship because of issues at her home with her relationship with her parents and her school life. Let's start getting into more classic Pokemon things. In every Pokemon game, there is a villain group. Now, in the recent games, people said it has been very silly, and I agree, but I like that. So I'm going to stick with a similar theme for mine. Ari is the person that runs the group, and she is the last person you need to face off against. The villain group's name is the Clover Gang, and from Bold Clover Path, you will end up having to, at the very end of the quest, face off against Ari herself, the leader of Team Clover. Main goal of Team Clover is hard to tell by most of the people living in Rio, but what is called their thieves. But when you talk to local service workers or people that work at food pantries and other charity establishments, you can tell that Team Clover isn't as bad as people, or at least richer people, make it out to be. And they're more like a Robin Hood group. But there's still a group that needs to be taken down, and that's your job. So, as a Pokemon trainer, you will be responsible at taking them down. But you also have to collect the gym badges. And that's where the Victory Road path comes into place. Now, this is a very normal path. Y'all know Victory Road. You fight all 8 gyms, and then you go and fight the Elite Four and then the champion, and there we go, you have completed it. And at the very end, at least in Scarlet and Violet, you defeat your rival. In this game, that rival is Maddie. Maddie is an interesting character, to say the least. She's very consumed with getting all the gym badges and becoming the champion, and it's basically all that she thinks about. Seems like there's a deeper reason behind this want than just she wants to become the very best. But it's hard to see, and not many people will know why she does the things that she does, and it will be very confusing to most people. Now let's get into the last path, the path of farewell. This is the path where you will be interacting with Kai the most, as she writes poetry for things that she loves and tells them goodbye in her own way, and she requests your help with it. You have to help her create poetry and fill in words with things where she cannot think of them anymore. Now, I might have said the third path was the final one, but there is a secret path that opens a different ending where Kai does not die at the end. Now, in this path, you meet one more person, a gym leader. I don't know her name yet, but I do know that she has connections to Kai's family and has a good relationship with all of them. And she asks you to help her create a medicine that will heal Kai, and at the very end of the path, you do end up doing that, and you give it to Kai, and even though it takes a while, the medicine starts having an effect on Kai, and she gets better over time, and she ends up actually back in her relationship with Ari at the very end of it. And that's how the story concludes. The path is called the Path of Redemption. And that is all for us today. So I hope all of you have a good evening, day, or night, whatever time it might be when you're watching this video. Have a good day, evening, or night, whatever time zone you might be in, and bye!